Joined by football head coach Bob Chesney. Hounds opened the season on Saturday at Bryant. Coach, we talked earlier in the preseason, and obviously it was very early. Just wanted to get your thoughts on how the remainder of camp went as the team continued to progress.
Yeah, I think it was that. It was a definite progression as we went through, our couple practices that we had left since the last time we spoke. Everybody's healthy, and we feel like we're ready to go. We've been really just stepping up every practice, day after day here, just trying to get ourselves and continue to kind of pick up the tempo, pick up the intensity, and prepare for our first game of the season. So we're excited.
And there's been a lot of competition at different positions. I'd like to talk about the offense and the defense. First, on the offensive side of the ball, has there been any position that surprised you or you think we're particularly deep at?
Well, I like our running backs. I like what we got going on there right now. We have a couple different guys that can carry the ball. I think that there's some depth there, and I think there's guys that bring a little bit of a different dimension in that group. So I'm excited to see what they can do here. We've been really pleased with their production on a daily basis here, so it's exciting to see how it might translate on Saturday.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, obviously you're very involved not only as the head coach but as the defensive coordinator. What are your thoughts as that unit has kind of come together here?
Yeah, I think that we're making strides. Again, we've had our 15 spring practices. We had our couple practices that we've had here in preseason camp. But I think that as a team we're starting to gel a little bit. I like what we're doing up front, defensive line wise, and I think that's really going to be the strength of our team right now.
Finally, nice to get out of the practice routine a little bit and face another opponent. What do you think the team's mindset and excitement level is here going into Saturday?
I just through the roof as far as getting to play someone else. I think that it, but you got the spring, and then again back through preseason camp, it gets old. And I think that these guys, the different competitions and the different things that we put into and build into every single practice help us quite a bit. But at the same time, it's blue and white jerseys every single day. So to see a different colored jersey will be exciting for our guys.
And speaking of exciting, playing a Division I opponent, especially one that Assumption has had a rivalry with as a former Northeast 10 team with Bryant, do you think the kids are excited for this?
They're definitely excited because it's their first game of the season. I don't think the old NE10 rivalry of Bryant is anything these guys will even understand because they weren't here for it. But at the same time, I think that your first game is something that they're definitely excited for.
And then after this weekend, we open the NE10 schedule at Bentley on the 13th. Obviously, the most important part of the schedule is the league games. When you look at this team right now, realizing that we haven't even played one game yet, what is your goal for the group?
I think it's one game at a time. Like anybody out there is going to talk about as coaches, it's really the most important game we're going to play is the game we're going to play this week. So we're not going to talk a lot about anything down the line right now. We're just going to really concentrate on what we got to do this week and hope that we can put together a good effort on both sides of the ball. We're definitely excited to get out of camp. We're definitely excited to take a trip down the road here and see what we can do.
And then one other question, not trying to look forward, but obviously the home opener is on the 20th against Stonehill. We've had great student support here. What are you hoping to see in the multi-sport stadium on the Friday night?
I think it's the same. I think that I was surprised, from our inter-squad scrimmage to our spring game, the support was certainly there. I'm excited for for the fan base to be involved. We only play 4 home games this year, so we're 2 weeks away from coming back home. But I definitely know that we need the support of the student body for that.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. Good luck, and we will talk to you before the Bentley game.
Thanks, Ken.